Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically are discussing on the topic that is city creation. In city creation, it's India account and India account. Basically, we are discussing SBI account, Amazon account, and after 2 days, basically the earthquake is going to happen. That is a big earthquake. So that topic actually it's ongoing. In this, basically, we are discussing. We discussed that basically lava account. Lava basically there is no bank basically for lava basically. Otherwise, lots of things basically problem will solve basically. But lava bank basically we lots of people says that the bank basically which existing that is a world bank in that only basically they have done some setting basically of the lava with the help of blood cells with the help of blood cells. That is the World Health Organization. So one of the person told that the lava data basically is connected up to what level basically. For that basically we has taken one example, 1 lakh companies, 1 lakh software companies, 10 crore project basically they have generated. In this 10 crore project basically how they generated that user story basically we saw. In this user story where we basically saw many user story. In this basically one of the rich person basically ended Sunil Nair generation. Really my generation is not ended, but I had taken as a example of myself basically. So my generation was ended, I got AIDS, and then basically my head was damaged, this was damaged, everything basically damaged by the rich people basically. That are basically the Mumbai city basically. So one of the Mumbai city land basically rich person basically he damaged Sunilar Nair's head. Everything basically he damaged. Whatever thing basically he saw, he everything basically damaged. Why? Because he was rich. He was getting support from Supreme Court. He was getting from support from High Court. He was getting support from police department. He was getting support from rich people. He was getting support from big rich businessmen. He was getting support from banks. He was getting support from software companies. He was getting support from normal public because companies are equal to normal public. Then basically the retail malls basically. So each and every group people basically supported that rich person. In this basically they damaged Sunilar Nair's head. They basically given AIDS to Sunilar Nair. Then basically they given Nasbandi to Sunilar Nair. Then basically they told that basically uh, then also basically if he will not die, then basically they told that basically if he will earn money, then only basically he's going to get the next life now basically. So then only basically he will have the life. So basically they charge one murder case also. In that murder case basically the company told that basically he's a murderer basically. So we basically can't give him job. So like this basically the software companies also basically banned him. Like this basically lots of stories. In really basically I'm not done matter. I'm just taking as an example. So in this basically the murder case was also charged by Mumbai, that is Marathi group basically. In this basically, all Marathis are basically one. That also basically was told by the Maharashtrian people basically. In this basically they taken Malayalis, they taken Tamilians, each and every group also basically they have taken. Why? Because हम तो डूबेंगे सबको लेके डूबेंगे. That was the slogan basically. So in this, just for one businessman basically, the entire basically nationality jumped with them basically. Entire nationality basically jumped. So that businessman told that basically we have to finish that Sunil Nair and then basically we have to finish his career. So basically please support me. So everybody basically supported me. Why? Because he was rich basically. He was rich. So that's why basically everybody supported that person basically. Because he was rich. That's why basically they supported him basically. So here basically the topic is what actually. But this is basically not real story basically. If you want to do inquiry basically in Mumbai basically, anybody basically have got Nasbandi, anybody got HIV AIDS from marriage, any software company has done told that basically finish his career basically in this finishing career basically one person group basically done the plan of Nasbandi AIDS. Just inquiry basically that you will able to find that basically. But you will not able to find by because Mumbai finished the proof only basically. That is Sabut basically gets end. So here basically what is the thing basically currently which is ongoing? What is that basically? Mumbai City 1 lakh software company, 10 crore software created, 10 crore project created. 10 crore equal to what basically? 10 crore people that you can say. 10 crore people's group, basically, that also you can say. 10 crore rich people's group, that also you can say. So that group basically is generating user stories, and that user story basically is generated into the projects basically. And they are basically creating what basically? They are creating the future next generation child basically. That is the child process. That is the 100 crore is the target. In this basically they have finished Sunilar Nair next generation. Really basically my generation is not ended, but taking as an example basically. So that basically the what actually you want to discuss that we can basically easily able to discuss. So in this basically what they have done, they have basically ended Sunilar Nair next generation basically. Sunilar Nair basically next generation they have ended. In this basically this user all story basically got generated into the lava data. So lava data basically told that basically this is the future creation basically. Now here the question is anything basically is going to happen basically by Sunilar Nair generation ended by Mumbai. Then few people told that basically there is I don't think basically any of the thing basically will happen. Few people told that basically if we will not add the Sunilar Nair generation data basically in lava, then basically nothing is going to affect. But everything basically is done. Few people told that basically we will finish Sunilar Nair only. Then basically what are the thing basically going to? That also you have to think basically. So here the question is what basically? After certain time basically 100 crore child is going to got generate. That is 100% going to generate. Because if that lava basically is not converting into the power plant, not connected but sorry, not taken data from the power plant, and the child is not getting generated, then the universe is going to get into problem. So universe will never end the world basically. Because the lava data basically that is by default the universe task basically. So universe task basically they are never going to stop. That is my mark my word basically. So world will not end so easily. World will end basically, but not easily basically. So that also Mumbai will not end. Why? Because they have created 1 lakh project. In that basically 10 crore project they have created. And in that 10 crore basically the 100 crore child is going to generate from the Mumbai land. So Mumbai land basically do you think basically it's going to end? I don't think basically it's going to end. Because lots of people say that Haji Ali Dargah is also there. So lots of people say that basically until basically the Haji Ali Dargah is there, nobody basically can touch Mumbai. So that also might be correct. But I have not got the job. That is also basically correct. When basically I went to Haji Ali Dargah, that time basically I have not got the job. I went to Siddhivinayak temple also. I went to Parsi Agyari also basically. But I have not got the job in Mumbai basically. The Mumbai group basically, Mumbara Devi has not given me the job basically. Because in Mumbai, lots of people say that if you are getting job or basically you are getting any house, that means Mumbara Devi is key group. For example, you got the house and basically if you will not visit the Mumbara Devi, then basically that house will worth basically. So that is also different thing. So here the topic is what basically. Here the topic is that basically 100 crore child is going to get generated in this. Some group basically ended. That here basically we will take entire group basically because it's going to affect to entire group basically. Lots of people says that you are only going to affect basically the thing basically which is going to affect you are telling that it is going to affect to others only. That also might be correct basically, but you are also going to affect. So that is also different topic. So here basically what we are discussing, 100 crore child is going to happen in Sunlar Nair generation basically has ended. So that is the topic basically. So topic is this basically. That is what 100 crore child is going to generate in this Sunilar Nair next generation ended. By whom basically? By Mumbai. In really basically my generation has ended, you can do the inquiry basically whether my really basically my generation has ended or not basically. Because Mumbai Bollywood group basically keeps each and every track basically. Each and every tracks basically they keeps track basically. In this basically they are tracking the 10 crore projects also basically. So one of the person told that when Bollywood group basically is tracking this 10 crore project basically, that is a 10 crore people basically, that is the rich people. Because rich people only basically can create the project. They only basically can create the blood. So when basically blood was getting created, that time basically Bollywood group basically might be knowing this everything. Because that data basically is going to convert to lava data. So here the question is, lava data information basically Bollywood group don't have. But they have the information of this. That is what 10 crore project is ongoing in these software companies. That data basically Bollywood group have. Why? Because the rule says that each and every company information basically Bollywood group have to keep track. So they are tracking the each and every information of each and every company. Who actually told this? Political people basically. They have given the permission. Otherwise, basically, one Bollywood person basically started investigating one software company. In future, basically, that software company do case to the police station also. So for that, basically, government only gives the permission so that basically you can track of this particular software companies. So if you will do the complaint also, there is no meaning of complaint. So this comes to actually what? This comes to jasusi basically. This comes to jasusi. That jasusi basically lots of people says that that is good for jasusi. That is good for them also basically. That is what basically it's correct, what is wrong basically. That basically we can't say basically. Why? Because here the project information also gets leaked. Then basically Bollywood groups told that basically the people who are actually doing the project they basically can't leak the information. So they are also correct. They are also correct at that time basically. So information basically can be leaked from any time basically. Any group basically can leak the information. In this video only basically more than basically 1 lakh project basically that also new projects basically got generated. But this basically nobody see the video basically, right? Because nobody have the time. So who is going to generate the project? The people who go is going to see the video basically. Then only basically the things basically gets generated. But mostly basically, if one person basically the Bollywood group person is uploading the video, lakhs of people basically watch the video just within second. Basically. Lakhs of people basically watch the videos. Lakhs of people basically watch the videos. Lakhs of people basically watch the videos. So that is basically different thing basically. Because there is no value of this video basically. But here only basically how to save the world and basically that formula basically is given. how to save the world, how war basically can be stopped. That everything basically was given here basically. Sunilar Nair basically visited Bangalore city. They were supposed to give the job. If they might have given the job, then basically the software company only going to get the good stuff basically. So just see in this video only basically you see more than 1 lakh project basically has generated. More than 1 lakh project basically. You will not able to believe that. That also basically the project does not exist in the world only basically. In the world basically I'm telling. Lots of AI project basically got generated. Lots of banking project got generated. Now one new bank also basically got generated. That is the Lava Bank. And mostly basically this lava bank does not exist. It might be exist in the as a blood bank basically, but especially lava data basically, for example, this 1 crore 10 crore project which is generating, that is going to generate one lava data, going to generate one lava data, going to generate lava data. And that lava data basically is going to generate what? That lava data is going to generate 100 crore child. So 100 crore child means it's a huge project, and one person basically is equal to one project. So 10 crore project equal to 10 crore people's group basically. So you can just imagine basically up to what level the stuff basically are. It's not a easy task basically. Lots of people say that अरे यार ये बिल गेट्स है, बिल गेट्स की लाइफ तो देखो कितनी अच्छी है. दिस वाज इन हिंदी बेसिकली. इंग्लिश इज हाउ लाइफ बेसिकली इजी लाइफ बेसिकली बिल गेट्स इज हैविंग. But see his risk factor basically. He is going to generate 1 crore child. So it's a huge responsibility of Bill Gates basically in the universe basically, because after basically converted into lava data, Bill Gates is now basically the owner of universe basically. Some parts of universe basically he purchased also. That also you can say basically. Why? Because this child when it's going to generate that data also basically you have to store them basically there. Then basically planet you have to create, galaxy you have to create. So you already got more than 1,000 year basically from this Microsoft only. 1,000 years is a small, not a small amount basically. Sorry, no, small number basically. 1,000 year you already got. So 1,000 year achievement basically you have made. But in that basically you have not taken Sunil Nair. Reason? Sunil Nair basically generation was ended. And he, Bill Gates, basically told that basically we are basically we don't want Sunil Nair basically. We are removing Sunil Nair from the our group basically. Why? Because his generation has ended. No? Basically, now basically what he is going to do basically. His next generation basically is ended. What he is going to do for money? What he is going to do with the money? That is also basically there. That also he told. So here basically we are not discussing who basically given this that basically. Here we are just discussing the user stories basically. So 10 crore projects are equal to 10 crore humans. Whatever things basically happening as a user stories, due to that rich person basically the government has done the generation end of Sunil Nair. That also with the government group. Because without government, not a single thing basically happens in the city. Even one bomb blast basically happened. In that also one of the party basically is involved. Without government permission, nothing happens. So this was basically the generation end basically. One generation end means it's a huge thing basically. One generation end it's a huge basically thing. It's a huge stuff basically. So it's not an easy task really to create one software company also. Small company basically that's okay basically. But that also basically are connected with the big companies. Because I am telling in this world basically whatever small software companies are also existing, they are connected with the big companies. They are doing their task basically. Because they want to achieve this 1 lakh condition. And 1 lakh condition means you can understand basically. One example I had taken like this. That was habit basically. Girls also basically connected to that habit. Then the attraction happened, and then attraction in that attraction basically, Microsoft told that basically I have created around 1 lakh people who basically have this type of habit. Girls also basically. So due to that habit basically, when they got the marriage, in that basically, but marriage condition basically is not there basically. So when basically they actually done the physical activities, that time basically they connected. In that basically, any all condition basically comes. They connected to child basically. So that was some condition basically, which was added by the Microsoft group basically. So to do this basically, do you think basically it's not a easy? It's a easy task basically. To do this basically, he created one car company, and that car company basically they launched one model car basically. In that model car basically, they added this Microsoft condition basically, which was written in that software basically. That is the CRM software, which is handling that car company. In that basically they launched one model car, and in that car model basically they were having the conditions. So one of the person told that yeah, very tough task basically, yeah, basically. In this basically we discussed that also, that this basically mostly will never happen basically, but then also basically you can't say anything basically. This is connecting up to very dangerous level basically, that I will tell you how basically. For example, few missiles basically dumped from Odisha. Suddenly basically that direction basically changed here basically. So that basically how that was happened basically, because inside the chip basically each and every data basically, that this direction, that is basically the C++ linked list basically is there, that is connecting basically. So that basically idea basically are inside the chip. So I basically don't know satellite programming, but just I am telling that basically. Because environment connection basically should be then how basically that person basically is known, because in missile basically not a human basically exists. That is a AI tool basically who is handling the missile. So how he know that basically he is supposed to go that side? So there might be something basically written na, basically that you have to go this side only, without basically is basically what to say basically. Because God also basically, God equal to what basically, one person basically told that basically everybody says that God basically can do everything. But God is equal to what? God is equal to set of planets. He is connected with set of planets. Basically. Sri Ram God, Hanumanji God, Sri Krishna God. They are connected with set of planets. Their body basically contains that planet's data. That's why basically they never gets disease. But they connected with lots of things basically, which we gets connect after certain time basically. We connects after certain time. They basically gets connect first, then basically we gets connect after certain time. That is also very dangerous. So life basically, it's not easy. So life basically is not easy. Basically. So next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this.